Afternoon all, I'm Tim and this is How to Murder Feet, a really long walking video, broken up into a great many stages for ease of consumption. And I'm at South Fambridge again. There's not a lot here apart from a convenient place to park the car last time, but no public transport. It's Sunday the 19th of November, it's quite breezy. Yeah, I've had a month off through various reasons, partly visits to friends busy on a Sunday and partly the car had a wheel bearing start to go, so I had to go in, book an appointment, get the part, etc, etc. So yeah, it's been about a month since I was here last, although John's carefully timed scheduling of the videos being released probably means you won't have missed nearly that much. So yeah, well into autumn now, seeing a lot of leafless trees and brown trees and so on, not the yellows and such. But it's quite mild today. It's about 13 degrees, but with a little bit of wind chill makes that feels like 8 degrees thing. It's all come from the southwest, and it's a bit blustery, so I don't know how the microphone will work today. Usually it's quite good when I worry about is it too windy for the microphone. Usually it's not when I come back to listen to it afterwards. So yeah, so basically, yeah, picking up where we are. We want to be over there, but there's no way over there apart from down that way, quite a way. So today we're in South Fambridge. We're going to a place called Battlesbridge, which is where the car is. I've left it in a cheeky pub car park space, so I hope that's fine, but who knows. And there's a couple of challenges. So between here and there, there's a section I've seen on Google Maps, which we'll see quite soon, where the dike has just broken entirely, and there's a massive inland marsh thing. So I have to try and work out how to get around there. And then also the sign we saw back at Wallasey Island had an acorn and it said Battlesbridge, or Fambridge, which is a village about 2/3 the way between here and Battlesbridge. So I think we can only really guarantee that the path goes that far. So anyway, let's make a start. Anyway, I've been walking 2 hours already to get here from the car, so I'm nicely warmed up and don't want to stop. So speak again soon. Another one of those. All left over the Second World War stuff along here. Concrete topped path on the top of the dike here, which has been variously canted. This one seems quite level, so that's good. Views of the crouch. So if you're jumping in the middle or have only just started watching these, you probably picked a bad one. I mean, I'm not expecting this one to be very interesting myself, but it is miles that needs to be done. So might be in for a little bit of rain in about an hour's time. It's a 40% chance apparently, so I've got all the gear, so you know, I'm not worried, but I'd rather didn't, you know. So yes, basically we're just following this. This is the River Crouch, a previously unanticipated obstacle that is causing me quite a lot of grief. Essentially 4 days there and back again to Burnham-on-Crouch, which is getting ever further away that way at the moment. Because apparently I'm not allowed to use the ferry that was quite perfectly placed because of acorns and stuff. So yeah, so the acorns I saw, which I haven't seen any since by the way, pointed this way and said Fambridge. So, which like I say, it's the big sort of mini village town thing between here and my car. But I've got no knowledge or guarantee that the ECP carries on beyond that either, so it might just stop there and then that's that. In which case I'm just going to have to carry on walking along whatever paths exist or the road back to my car at Battlesbridge. I know at Battlesbridge there is a bridge over this thing because I've already used it once today. This thing narrows considerably to the point where it's about 3 car lengths, and then my car's basically there. So yeah, it's another loop trip this morning. I've walked all the way along a very busy, dangerous inland road there to get to South Fambridge, which is basically just about wide enough for 2 cars, no footpaths on either side, a lot of blind bends, and a lot of people tearing along it at quite unreasonable speeds. It's like the sole main connecting road for all the villages along this part of the riverbank, I suppose. Lots of people gunning up and down it, trying to get to their pubs for their Sunday lunches. But I made it all right. I mean, you know, it puts all my worries about adders in total perspective, to be honest. I was much more likely to be killed by traffic on the way here this morning. And it's a kicker, because I came up with a really cunning plan this morning as well. Well, this is for this weekend, because my dad, I was complaining to my dad during some pub session about all the logistics involved in all this stuff. He mentioned that he was cleaning out his garage and he had an old mountain bike he was going to get rid of. And I thought that sounds ideal. It probably, I don't know for sure yet, but probably will go in the boot of my car if I put the back seats down. It's a hatchback. And then I can do the whole park the car, cycle to the start, lock the bike up, throw it in a hedge, walk to the car, take the car back to pick the bike up afterwards, whole thing, which would completely negate any need for me to be doing public transport stuff. So, but then I did about 5 minutes of cycling yesterday for the first time in about 25 years, and my legs felt like jelly after 5 minutes, so I'm not quite sure I'm up to cycling for an hour at the beginning of one of these yet. So yeah. So I'm doing the loop trip walking at the moment, but and then the next couple are going to be on that side and involve trails. But I think in 3 weeks' time, if I cycle to work regularly, I think I might be just about to the point where I could cycle for an hour on one of these weeks and then go walking afterwards. To be honest, if I felt like that after 5 minutes yesterday, I can't see me managing 45 minutes and then walking for 7 or 8 miles directly afterwards either. So yeah, I mean, it looks good on paper, but I think I need to do a bit of cycle training first. I mean, I walk a lot, I walk a long way, and I walk a lot over a long period of time, a number of years and stuff, but I haven't actually ridden a bicycle in about 25 years, in any serious capacity. So it turns out those are different muscles, which I have totally atrophied. So yeah, at the moment, easy for me to just walk there and back again than try any kind of sustained cycling at the moment. But there's a project for the next couple of weeks. Cycle to work, get my legs sort of okay with being on the bike for a bit, and I can use that when I get past Burnham-on-Crouch, where all this shenanigans without public transport starts again, so that'll be helpful for that. Anyway, let's press on. Only seeing dog walkers out today. I think I'm being chased by some. Oh god, very windy here. I did my best, but you know, just ignore my blatherings if you can't hear them. Well, yeah, so here's the first problem, is that, well, look, you can see that there's a sort of low dike here, and it continues over there, and there's a big channel in the middle, a big gap. Now, whether it's been done on purpose or by accident over catastrophe or whatever, I don't know. I mean, there's even some little boats there. I could potentially try and paddle across, but it seems reckless. So I have to go around I'm trying to get to where those trees and those boat yards and masts and things are. I think it continues on from over there, but essentially I have to go all the way around these fens. Now the path obviously continues down there, so I guess I just follow it really, but I'm trying to find maps, you know, maps and routes and things that might imply that it was something that followed the southern edge of this marsh, or whether I just diverted back to the road again. I don't know. I'm just going to follow it around, I think, for now. See where we end up. Hopefully it just loops around the back of all this. And if you look on Google Maps from space at this, you can see there's a whole load of sort of parallel lines of channels in there. They certainly look artificial. Oysters or something, I don't know. Try and keep my back to the wind when I'm talking to you. I don't know if it's helping or not. Tell you what, I'm going to just keep walking till I find a tree or a hedge or something that might help. But yeah, first challenge of the day, I can't go across there. Let's follow the concrete path then. Yeah, right, yeah, that's pretty straightforward, isn't it? So I thought the path might end up diverting off through here somewhere, but it's telling me to go away. No entry exit to horses, vehicles, walkers, or any unauthorised something or other. Yeah, that's me, I'm a walker. And I've been expressly prohibited from going that way. That's okay, because I don't think this path has run out yet. I'm not even panicking over nothing, as I sometimes do. Concrete topped dike carries on that way. Basically, I want to follow it all the way up to where those masts are, but I don't know, it didn't look like there was an actual path on all the research I've done, so this could be exciting. Let's go and have a look. I'll report back to you with my success or lack thereof shortly. Yeah, don't know what that says, if it ever said anything. Just black and rust now. Might have said private or no entry or something. Don't know, there's this concrete certainly stops here, goes off into that bit of woods, and don't know, after that I'll go and have a quick look, but really I want to be over there somewhere. Otherwise I've got to go all the way back to South Fambridge to get back off of here, because you're not allowed on that bit over there. Is that a path? Might be a path. Have a little look. Yeah, I think what I might do is just carry on and then appeal to the Marine Foreshore Act of 2000 whatever. Sorry, I'm lost. I don't know, it's a long way back otherwise, back to, well, it's pretty much everything I've done today so far from the official start of today. Just about to see the top of the houses over at South Fambridge. Don't know, I'll have to have a bit of a scout around and consult some maps and things and get back to you. Yeah, that concrete path literally goes into that, the very first edge of that shrubbery there and stops. It doesn't actually go through the middle of it or anything, it's not actually a path into there. There's nothing beyond the other side, so... Yeah, I don't know, I mean, I don't know, that badly corroded and completely non-information based sign there might have said something relevant at some point, but not to me today. So yeah, I'm just going to follow the edge, I think. If I come across some big spiky aluminium fence or whatever, then I'll have to turn back, but or if someone comes along and tells me to go away, then I will. I'm polite, I follow instructions. But I don't know, it looks like a path to me. See where it goes. Yeah, there's no coast path here. I think I'm lost in the technical sense. I mean, I've seen footprints, you know, people have been this way, but it could just be a shotgun toting farmer for all I know. So, I mean, I'm not too lost in that I don't know where the main road is and all that sort of thing, so I'll figure it out. But yeah, I'm increasingly thinking that I probably should have just taken that ferry from Wallasey Island straight to Burnham-on-Crouch and carried on the other side, but oh well, maybe that was an optimistic acorn sign that has yet to have all the work done. Don't know. Oh well, I'm here now. The car's in Battlesbridge, so I probably ought to keep going that way. But yeah, it's not really a path as such. I think people have been this way, but probably people who are more allowed to be here than I am. Alright, more later. Alright, so that's what the other one must have said. They probably want to get that fixed. No, not me. No, definitely not. Right then, well that implies that this side of that thing is public right of way. I definitely wasn't over there. It's fine. Oh gosh, right, okay, well maybe things are going to perk up a bit now then. Let's see what we can see. Yeah, I'm generally quite sign respecting, but obviously you have to see a sign first. That's the V1. And get that other one repaired maybe. Anyway, there we go. No harm done. Oh, this all looks more promising. Nice well cut path across the top. Some stairs and a bridge. A person who's probably law abiding. Yeah, that just goes along a bit and then stops, by the looks of it. Wow. Yeah, I don't know who's in charge of the ECP. King Charles III now, apparently. He needs to pull his finger out and sort this bit out, certainly. Real access problem there, I think. So let's all pretend that never happened, and let's keep walking this way. See how far we get before we get to another spiky fence and bad sign. Okay, now thinking that other person was an apparition. There's no path here. I'm going to try following the field boundary. Try and get myself out of this. Yeah, there is no coast path. It's a lie. Cross at Wallasey. Go to Burnham-on-Crouch. For God's sake. Right, well, I'm still having an adventure. Totally didn't come from that way, because that would be wrong and trespassing or something. Probably came from over there, I expect. Anyway, I'm trying to try. This looks like a proper path, but whether it's a public path or just somebody else's private path, I don't know yet. But I have a pleasant manner and an open, honest face, so I expect I can probably explain. Right, let's see where this goes then. But yes, for future Southwest Coast pathers, or England Coast pathers even, Southwest, I think this is probably a no-go. You're probably talking, to be honest, you might as well just get the ferry at Wallasey and, you know, go straight to Burnham-on-Crouch. Beginning to wish I did. Still, my car is that way, so I probably ought to carry on with this doomed escapade. Let's keep going that way and see if I can get somewhere where I'm supposed to be. See, it does look like a footpath thing on a stick there. Okay. I may have accidentally found myself somewhere I'm allowed to be again. That's good. It's generally where I want to be. I think that just goes up and stops then. Okay. Footpath symbol, little disc on a wooden stick, generally a good sign. Don't want to be trespassing, just kind of happens sometimes. Yeah, footpaths. Oh, that is odd because that goes out and then just stops, I think. There's no way across to South Fambridge from here. I should know because I didn't find one. Yeah. So I'm actually on a footpath again, but oh well, no harm done. So presumably I can carry on this way properly. So I don't know what you meant to do over there then. Big inland detour, but there was no marked one, so otherwise I'd have taken it. Yeah, I've had an adventure. Right, let's try and do a bit normal coast path for a bit. That would be nice. Off season. Some sort of holiday park. Not more people about though. I think we're must be coming up on something at all. Hopefully food. Hopefully a pub. I can smell chips. Maybe I'm hallucinating though. There we go, the Fambridge Yacht Club Cafe. Slice of cake, coffee, can, good to go. Sat around long enough to get a chill on now and get all stiff. Still, check the map, and I reckon I've got about an hour and a half to go probably. So we're coming up on Hull Bridge, and then Battlesbridge is beyond. Don't know if there's a continuous coastal path between the two, but we'll find out. Let's see, all in all, beginning to think this is just not part of the ECP. I remember looking at this section on the map about 2 or 3 years ago thinking, cool, I'm glad there's a ferry there because this would be a really long detour otherwise. Yeah, I was right. So this is Hull Bridge, where there is no bridge. There's probably a humorous historical story about that. Swan frenzy. Oh, it's still in the bag. That's frustrating. Please throw the bread out of the bag. Some sort of slipway on the north bank there, which is a problem for another day. Well, they're hoisting something out. Maybe this guy. I don't know. Hung up there. Probably should have hung on to that. Never mind. And these people are in a shed. I don't know why. Oh yeah, oh look at that, they got it out of the bag. Clever, clever girls. So much bread. Do you even eat bread without exploding? Or is that pigeons? I don't know. Right, this looks like it's the end of the path here for some reason. I've got to try and work out how to go inland and come back on the other side. I have seen a path on the far side of Hull Bridge, but it's connecting through the little estates inland to get to it. Mind you, we've got some fingerboards here. Centenary Walk, HPC. All right, that'll do. Yeah, we'll take that. So there's one up there as well. Yeah, okay. All right, we just need to do some figuring out, and then I'll probably report back to you. There's a broad. Oh, you are here. Okay. Right. Okay, panic over. I saw these woods from the satellite view, but I didn't know there was a path that went right through them, so that's good. So we shouldn't have too much trouble cutting through here then, and then working my way out and onward. Good stuff. So that was Hull Bridge, Battlesbridge, I don't know, whichever. Anyway, we need to be out the other side and then onwards down upriver to the source, or at least to the bit where a car can cross it without being on a boat. Going well so far, apart from the vigorous fen stomping earlier, the being lost, the terror, the general problems there. I mean, yeah, okay, this has been a mixed day so far, and it's not over yet. Let's keep going. I think it might get easier so going forwards though. Let's hope. Anyway, it's like a nice little parkland. No shooting. Good. Safe in here. All right. Well, that's somehow unsettling. The path is shells, making it very crunchy. Quite hard going, as it turns out. Probably extremely painful to fall over on. Where do they get all these shells? And why? Gravel would do. Generally what's done elsewhere. Still quite a pleasant little nature park. Probably quite nice in the sun in the summer. the difference a day makes. You see how blue the water isn't today? It's just because it's reflecting the sky, basically. Oh well, take the days you get. Hello. No, no nuts from me. No food here. Yeah. Gosh, you're rather tame. Got a red stripe down your back as well. Can reds and greys crossbreed? Uh oh. No, it's coming right at me. Now, you better keep on walking, partner. Blimey, menaced. I've seen about 10 or 15 of them in here. It's not that big a piece of woodland, but very much given over to squirrels and pigeons. It's all fun and games until it leaps at you and claws out at your face, you know. Starting to feel hunted. Head down, keep moving. I'll be out of here soon. The rustling's all around, you know. Not cute to begin with. Yeah, I see you. I mean, they're not tame, but they're not terribly terrified of people. Yeah, let me come back in zoom mode. Actually, I don't need to come back in zoom mode. He's coming right at me. She, whatever. Big white belly. I'm obviously used to people. God, it's like a weeping angel. Every time I look away, it's nearer. No. No climby. No food here. I gotta get out of here. Freaking me out a bit. I feel quite intimidated. I'm definitely outnumbered. Okay, found some symbols. None of the one I want. I haven't seen an acorn in a long time. And I'm beginning to think that last acorn lied to me, so, which is a first. So this leads me out of Fambridge. Then I think it's about a mile or two of windswept dike top, and then back into Battlesbridge and the car and home. So, yeah, good. God, this is quite challenging. They've had some rain here and quite a bit of traffic as well, by the looks of it. It's dodged it all down nicely. I don't care. I'll change of boots when I get in the car, change of shoes. And I've got my gaiters on, which I probably should have put those on before I did the marshland around South Fambridge, but there you go. Hindsight is a wonderful thing. But yeah, this is okay. This is all I want. An obvious path that's, you know, kept relatively free of bramble with some implied access, you know. It's all good. I can deal with this. This is just mud. Whoa, that was quite deep. Whoa, slidey, slidey. Good. Wouldn't it be terrible if I dropped my phone camera first into that? I should probably put the camera away. Back soon. Idyllic little getaways there. So that's the fourth one of those I've seen today. Foil balloons. They've all been blue as well. They've all been in places I couldn't reach, so I've had to leave them. There you go. Right, just feeling a bit of spitting in the air now, a bit of moisture. Might be starting trying to rain, but we'll see. Keep my head down, keep moving. Maybe if I ignore it, it will go away. Right, end of the line, I think. They're giving up with the sea wall here, I think. The path just carries on down there. Just hope it doesn't have a sudden tidal bore or something. Where are we going? Oh, maybe we're going inside. Around the corner. Oh, okay, into the field. Fine. Wouldn't be the first field I've trespassed on today. Okay, good. Making good time, was it? 3 o'clock just about. Yeah, done by 4, probably done by half 3, I imagine. Not that far now. I can hear the major road whispering away upwind of me, sort of that way. I think that's the main road between Basildon and Chelmsford, connecting through dual carriageway thing. I mean, I feel like I'm finally making some progress, you know, despite this vast detour. I mean, I can't look south and see the tower blocks of Southend-on-Sea again, so that means I must have made some kind of progress northward, which is kind of the point at the moment, despite all this easting and westing I'm doing. But yeah, it's good. I've got a week off coming up, so I might come and catch some extra days up here as well. I should probably get an extra 2 on top of what I would have normally been doing. Compensate for my car being out of action for a bit. That should put me, oh, I don't know. I don't want to make any guesses at this point. It's been an odd stretch, odd couple of days. Pretty much from Southend to here, really. It's just been bonkers, you know. Just really awkward. I mean, I knew this part of the country was going to be challenging because of all the crinkly coastline. But I do miss Cornwall. You know where you were with Cornwall. Up and down, clearly marked, acorns everywhere, little finger posts with distances to the next village, and you knew you were never more than 20 minutes from a Cornish pasty and a cream tea. And here it's somehow more civilised and yet less in some ways. It's like, yeah, all right, it's a path, you know, whatever. We're busy. We're doing our thing. You know, we've got our lives going on. Whereas Cornwall's really sort of, you know, Cornwall and Devon and Dorset, they really embrace the coastal path. It's a key part of their tourism, I think. Big draw. Whereas here it's like, yeah, all right, you can walk along the river if you like, whatever. I don't feel like I'm doing a thing so much, you know. I'm just walking, really, just you know, trying to get by, just passing through. Still, I reckon somewhere around here, and I've not done an exact measurement, but somewhere around here, I think I've probably doubled the South West Coast Path. So the South West Coast Path 630, I think I must have done about that again since Poole to get to here, along the south coast and the Isle of Wight and the Thames and everything. Somewhere around here, couldn't put a stick in the ground or anything, but which I think is impressive. So, I mean, by the time I get to Malden and beyond, I'll have done more not of the South West Coast Path than the north of the South West Coast Path. So I don't know if that means anything. It does to me. Anyway, I've got to finish today. Let's go and find the car. Could do with a pasty. It's going to have to be some cold one from a motorway services at this end of the country, unfortunately. But such is life. You take the pasty you're given. Yeah. Looks like we're being funneled away from the river now, back to the road. I thought I saw this path entrance when I was walking up the road this morning. Also, what I didn't see when I was actually at Battlesbridge was any kind of coastal path coming up the river towards the bridge, so I think the last bit may be along the road. And speaking of which, here we go. Who's some dangerous trudging in the late afternoon gloom along a busy narrow road with blind bends everywhere. Yeah, here it is. Came along here this morning. So there's no pavement. There's quite a lot of sudden blind bends. Right, well, I guess I'll just have to make my way along this road back to the car as best I can. As you can see, quite busy. Wasn't much fun this morning. I don't imagine it's much more fun now. Yeah, that's disappointing. But yeah, if there's literally no shore access at all beyond here, then that's that. So Battlesbridge is probably about 3/4 of a mile from here, I think. It's not that far at all. Yeah, hopefully the stuff on the north bank's a bit better. So my half-assed research suggests it might be. So we'll see. But, alright, I'm not going to film it because cars get weird when you point cameras at them. But I'll speak to you again when we get back to the car, or the bridge. The bridge is nice. Oh, nearly there. Blimey, if I never see this road again, that'll be too soon. Actually, I never will. It's all on the north side now, next. And trains. There's trains on the north side. So I'm going to start doing that again for a few trips. That'll be right. Speed things up a little. Alright, so down the end, then turn right and over the bridge. Ooh, a pavement. Lovely. Oh, here is the bridge at Battlesbridge. The Battlesbridge Bridge. There may be a battle as well, I don't know. It's been a bit of a battle getting here. But as you can see, yeah, not much on the way of shoreline access on the right hand side, and on the left, I don't know. Must be a way through and round all this antique craft centre. I see a sort of pedestrian gate on the top and the end there. Yeah. Anyway, so that's the south side done. Now back on the north side and then all the way up to Burnham on Crouch, and then another day or two beyond there, and maybe we'll see the sea. But yeah. Train station's a bit further up that way in my car, but I'm going to leave you here because this is a bit more picturesque. So yeah, cracking on with it. Join me again next week and we'll try and tackle this side and get back to something like what we were trying to do in the first place. Till then, see you later.